Hi, welcome to the new video. Today I'm doing a Reaper. This is a custom order, so this is the explanation video for that. So as you can see, I got a sketch of a Reaper with a certain size, and this is now the actual stencil. So as always, black and white colors are opaque, the rest of the colors are transparent. In the first like 3-4 minutes I'm doing the actual Reaper, and then I'm doing some background design. So this was the first gray, now comes the full white, and as always I have the glossy Chromolux paper as a background. So this one I'm doing in full white for the psyche and the face and the hand, and the rest I'm doing like standard, like 50% opacity white. And then you have the normal Reaper. So as you can see, you actually would not need to be that white in the Reaper cloth. So you can leave it darker. Now I'm using like a dark blue and the black to make the Reaper cloak. So for the highlights in the blade and the face and the hand, I'm reapplying the white again. And now comes the cover stencil to design the background. So now I'm putting a little bit of white there. So now comes something that I put there, which is fast and highly detailed, which is like the skull ball. So it's a 2-part stencil. And you can create like a hellgate there. So that was the first full white. Now comes a gray tone. And then you can flip it around and do the same thing on the other side. And this is now one step smaller, the same thing. White and gray. So, and then I'm using some patterns to fill the gaps, so I have more structure there. And then you have like a highly detailed background in minutes. Like I said, I just flipped the stencil to do the same on the other side. And again, some structures. And then a little bit of the smaller bow. This is the cover stencil for the skulls, so I can lay down a white and in the gap on the top I'm also doing the bottom skull of one of the arcs, of the skull arcs. So again, just white and grey. And then the gap is closed there. And again I'm doing some structures there. And I'm using some black to add a little bit of shading in the background. And now comes the colors, so it's red, yellow and some light brown. So get the bone look in the background. I'm using some magenta and some highlights again. So now I show you how to make the Reaper larger. So I'm just using the cloth element and some like paper for the body, and I'm using now some black and also some structures from the gray and white. So just that there's something, some details are in there. And then I'll make it blue. So this now is some white for the highlights in the upper skull, so that there's some shining, and I add some red and yellow. And I do some highlights in the middle of the glow. So now I'm going a little bit darker around the blade, so it pops out a little bit more. And I'm also going a little bit darker in the Reaper. Actually, I I redone it afterwards. The face is also too much white. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. Bye.